At first, I was hearing maybe from Crissy or somebody before I believed that he was arrested, because you know that social media check you. However, but I don't call me naive, but I'm praying that it's not as bad as how it looks. I'm praying that it's not as crude as how it seems, because it doesn't matter how strong of a person you are, this can break you. And if he's found guilty, I am disappointed. Even though he's of no relation to me, I am disappointed because they have put their life out there in the open for everyone to see, and they have motivated so many people, including ourselves.
And then Michelle was saying something to me that there are people who are attacking the kids.
The kids who do that. Who do that? And the worst case scenario, as I hear something bad about somebody, and one of the child, without going into depth either, because I'm not trying to magnify this nonsense. One of the child don't belong to the man. All of a sudden, is the child when I belong to the man. People, this social media thing is a beast. It is a beast.
It is a beast, but I believe that if you play the game as you should, in terms of don't forget your grown rules, don't forget where you're coming from, don't forget what you
and don't be so common.
Right.
And now for our featured presentation.
Hi everyone, welcome to another
Conversation with Liz.
Is it Cwl'S kind of shot?
Nah.
It is.
It is?
Yes. But these are the emergency Cwl'S kind of shot.
Oh.
Because breaking news, and it is shocking. Shocking and disappointing. But before we get into it, guys, if you're here for the first time, I am Cornell. This is a lovely wife, Michelle. Sorry,
Michelle.
Yeah, guys. If you're here for the first time, please do consider subscribing. We are Conversation with Liz. You must hear about it if you are not new. But drop a like on the video also, and of course, share your views on what we're about to have a chat about. Now, we were there. My wife introduced me to this couple, and we're talking about Samar and what's her name, Crissy?
Crystal, yeah.
Right. And I've been following them for a while now. Michelle was the first one who began following them. But, you know, we grew to watch them and, you know, see them grow and see them, you know, made a success of YouTube. In fact, I think that was Michelle's motivation, one of her motivation to become a YouTuber. And I jumped on the bandwagon. We have watched this couple really grow, and we saw the downs, we saw the ups, and we saw the downs. And we have another down, and we know like this one is a bit of a shocker for us, because if you watch, and we're going to be tagging the other two videos that we did, you know, speaking to them, and of course all of you are our supporters and family members. And you will see what we spoke about in those other two videos. But we felt it needful and important that we came and address the issue also. Now, we're not about who say and trashing anybody, but the truth of the matter is, if this really happened, we cannot ignore that we saw the mugshot. We can't ignore we saw the police report that Samar has been arrested. And that line to you, Michelle was the one who called me and brought the news to me, and I immediately went on YouTube and was just listening. And I have my opinion on what we are talking about, because as I said, we're not going into the mix-up and whatever. However, if this really happened and Samar is found guilty, bro, it will really be bad, and it will be catastrophic. It would really be catastrophic. And so, you know, we just want to share and give our 2 cents on a broader scope. I'll let me. You want me to go first or you want to go first?
You can go.
I remember when the first incident. I mean, our first video was about the situation that took place, and then our second video regarding them was about encouraging them to pull it together and to work it out. But I was flabbergasted, dumbfounded to know that another thing has come about, and it has come about in the height of their newfound drive and newfound success. And like, all of us are human beings and all of us make mistakes, so we're not sitting as perfect, but we are saying, yo, the fact that you know that you are in the public sphere and things, you are very successful in YouTube. There should have been, and again, it is alleged, but based on the information that we have, we understand that the US and how the police force operates over there is different from Jamaica, right? The US, they take their time and do their research, and for them to now come in, arrest, publish a mugshot on their website, all over social media, this is serious. We are hoping that it is not as bad as it looks, but based on what we have seen, it really looks bad. And it is kind of hard for us to even fathom how could he allow something like this to happen. Crissy has been, to me, a gem. I don't think she's perfect, but I think she has been a gem in terms of how what they have been through as a couple and how stuff that he has admitted to doing. She had to work through herself emotionally, work through everything, and then come back to, being one again, and then push on with the business of them YouTube and whatever, and the family. And to see that this come around, it was a real shocker and a disappointment for us. Yeah, that's where I start off.
Well, for me, basically, even now for me, we don't really sit in. When I see things on social media, I don't readily jump or believe in what is happening until I hear from the right source that there is something happening like this, because I thought it wasn't real. So until I heard Semar brother spoke about it and sister-in-law, then I said, all right, I guess something really got so that he was arrested. Because at first I was hearing maybe from Crissy or somebody before I believed that he was arrested, because that social media check you. However, up to the realization now that he was really arrested, that's when it came home to me that, wow, this alleged news seems serious. But my heart sank just to the mere fact, whether or not he's guilty. My heart sunk to what this kind of alleged news brings. If he's proven innocent, he's still at a bad place, because once those charges are named among you at any point, it kind of follow you through life. It taints you. And then, there's a family with young enough children who they don't need this. They don't need this to be named among them or their dad or their family. And we know that, yes, try as you may to protect them, you cannot protect them from everything that is happening in this social media world. And it sank my heart. And the next part is Crissy. Crystal, she's a cool girl. She's trying with her family, in spite of the fact that you have some unscrupulous person saying all manner of whatever negative pertaining to her, even though she's not the one who is allegedly have done any wrong. I'm just flabbergasted of how wicked people are in their ways, and how people are quick to speak without thinking with their tongue and don't realize that they can hurt people and hurt people's life for good with the things that they do and say without having the facts. I know no one is perfect, like Cornell said. You understand? But at the same time, this is something that I think Semar don't need. He don't need in his life. He don't need to be named among him because of previous situations. And you can see that he have a beautiful family. You can see that they loved him, his wife, his children, relatives. They love and care for him. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but at the end of the day, for the mere fact that his name is being called, you know, it makes him become questionable. And with that now, it's like the pain of everything that they have gone through just a year ago.
Just rehash.
It just, if it can rehash for people like us that is rooting for them for better, much more his wife and children and people that is in his immediate circle. So, you know, as a woman, as a married woman, I feel it for them. I feel it for Crissy, because this is another thing again that she'll have to be fighting against, which she didn't cause on herself, she didn't commit. And even to the mere fact that she sticks out with him from the first time I'm working on her marriage, which I applaud her for. In this situation now, I mean, it's under God knows until the truth. If he's innocent, he's innocent. If he's not innocent, he's not innocent. Then the decision is going to be left up to them. But I don't call me naive, but I'm praying that it's not as bad as how it looks. I'm praying that it's not as crude as how it seems, because it doesn't matter how strong of a person you are, this can break you. So I still pray her strength. I do pray that at the end of the day everything work out. God is the only just judge, and if he's found guilty, I am disappointed. Even though he's of no relation to me, I am disappointed because they have put their life out there in the open for everyone to see, and they have motivated so many people, including ourselves. While I'm not here to judge them, but at the same speed, you want to think that they're in the peak of their success. Things are turning up for them.
Brand deals and
brand deals. They bought a beautiful vehicle that is so inspiring and everything, and they have put it out there and everything, and then bam, all of this come crashing down.
From my interject, baby, my heart goes out, me not lie, for Crissy, because I think for her to have been dragged through the mud with the first cheating, and then it appears that it's not the first he has cheated when that thing came out and he said, oh, it was a prank, right? But my heart goes up for her because she said, I mean, how much more? Because we saw what she went through the first time. Oh, I mean, it tore her apart. She had to be on social media at one point. She was saying, guys, just give me some time. I can't talk now about it. And she had to really push and go through. And for no say, boy, this another thing come up that's even worse than what she had to face based on what we know, right? My heart really go out for her, because from where I stand as a man, I see as a young lady who's trying and against the odds, face the music, take the criticism, take the cussing, and of course there were those of us who were on the encouraging side, and she held it together, regrouped, start on the journey again with her marriage, and then no, brother, you gotta do this.
Allegedly.
Even if it's allegedly, the fact that, as you know, we are Jamaicans, if it don't go so, it near go so. And if it don't go so, that should be good. But if it don't go so, that means it's something went wrong. How was your name be able to be called up again on this? No, me no say you most of the credence ever say judge or whatever. If it is, that is not true good. If it is true, you think yourself, what have I done?
Or how is it that my thing that I'm looking at, because at one point I was saying, boy, this look like them set up the people here as them elevate and buy another big vehicle. It's like them somebody has set them up, man, or fight against them. But the part that you just cannot go around is to the mere fact that whatsoever evidence allegedly that the law enforcement have to literally run in and arrest the person, that's the part that is questionable. Because is it that you have some contact with the person, this per individual for a fact. You understand? Now, whether it's been twisted or not, I don't know. But to the fact that you have been in other questionable situation already, and you see how it nearly tear up the family, you don't need this.
Don't need it.
So there comes a time when, you know, I'm not going to bash you or anything, but there comes a time when you have to live above the game.
Yeah.
You have to live. Being in social media now and being so popular, you have to move circumspect that certain things cannot come back to you and your family.
Because even if we can't see it, there will be somebody probably how to get it for real.
Exactly. Because we know that people really is bad mind and jealous.
And a lot of people don't like to see other people succeed.
So you have to try. I see, to be honest, I see where Crissy do try.
Yeah.
She's not so trusting and out there as much. She have her circle. But I think, Semar, you have to learn. If you don't learn it, you have to learn now. That you have to pull yourself in.
This one rough.
You have to pull in and live circumspect. Your circle have to be smaller. Your circle have to be...
That is one to be. And which is circle being smaller, the other part of it is this. Everybody have to do some introspection. If it is that you have a desire, if you have something that you need to work on,
or your niceness is taken, you love yourself so vulnerable that, all right, let us
say, you know, pinpoint at this.
So let us say you were being accommodating. Your sweetness is being taken for granted and now pulling over to blackmail you.
Mm-hmm.
When you're at this height of your game and success in social media, you have to cross the T's and dot the I's. So if it's that you get comfortable in young people, certainly young people company, you have to make sure say you keep circumspect and in such a way that if somebody even come, you have to hug yourself, keep your hand, no brush pan or body, because we're not naive. So people will set up situation that you may fall into vulnerable. I'm not going to join the music with everybody and I say, boy, me know a long time. See there, me not know no long time. I try to see the good in people upon what they show.
But
you understand?
If it is that you actually have an issue, right?
You gotta work it out.
You have to look within yourself and go find it. And the point that I was even with Michelle before we came on camera, that God gives grace, He gives mercy, He gives chances. So if it is that you genuinely have something within you, at what point did you look at yourself and say, boy, I have to stop this? Because the truth of the matter is, the devil is out to get you, everybody. Who are trying
any
to be
skeleton in the closet,
and who are trying to be king and queen in a God's kingdom. Because the truth of the matter, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. And if you are trying to project yourself and to be better than you were the last day,
and
the enemy is going to try to tear you down.
Once you're uplifting yourself, the enemy is not going to sit
whether
back.
you're a saint or a sinner, he's going to try and tear you down.
So you have to ensure that your closet is clean. If you know that you had skeleton in there, take time, introspect and clean out. Trust me, bad mind and grudgeful is waiting to find those skeletons, to get it out in the open. Say for instance, you have done something years ago and you as an individual have grown from it and the public never know it. You check so them think that them not gonna dig it off and make it sound relevant too.
And as old people and Jamaican say, the higher the monkey climb, the more
it exposed. So you have to try, Semar. You have to try. I see Crissy trying.
In a real life, if it is that is true, you think there's a comeback?
If it is true, it's a journey that under him and God can work out. Because there's two things in life. If you are found guilty for being a pedophile or being a rapist, if in life you are charged of those things, even if you're proven innocent after, it lives, it sinks and carries with you. Because bad news travels fast and good news don't lift up. So you know.
So the thing that we want to also encourage, and if by any chance you catch this video, Crissy or Semar, our relative, make them hear this. Please protect your children.
Right.
Take them out of the media
all of this
for a while.
Noise
Take them out of it. Because and then Michelle was saying something to me that there are people who are attacking the kids.
The kids who do that? Who do that? And the worst case scenario, as you hear something bad about somebody, and one of the child without going into depth either, because I'm not trying to magnify this nonsense. One of the child don't belong to the man. All of a sudden, is the child when I belong to the man. People, I don't understand how human being in them right mind can magnify such negative about children, and most of them have children themselves. Mark, I don't get it.
And Mark, God forbid that if it should ever turn out to be true where Una try allege. The fact of the matter is this: we don't know, so it's best to leave it
alone and keep the people, them children out
of it. They don't deserve to be in this. Yes, the mother and father built them empire around social media and have done well for themselves. And we see the children are growing gracefully and they are nice. But we have to not, on the social media side, think of your children. Would you want your children to be drawn through the mud?
Exactly.
Leave the kids alone.
And it's alleged. It's not even like when you have the full blown. And even if you have the full blown truth, you don't put children out there in this wide space and such a negative platform. You do not do that. And who are you people to be classing people's children, what them look like from what them don't look like? We're all made by God in His beauty and His image. And the children are beautiful children. Exactly. Beautiful children. Now I heard though, and I guess those who know, they know that she's also pregnant. I think it's just so much, too much to ask of a woman. But that's how life is,
It's rough.
It's as if when you have gotten comfortable within your space, you're building, and you have gotten comfortable, you have get over the negative of what was, and you are growing. You are never real. Exactly. It's like, especially when you are married. That's why this marriage is no joke. It's something that is instituted by Christ and the principle. Exactly. God have to be the foundation. There's no going around it. It has to be the foundation. They have to be the foundation, because if you're not living according to His foundation and principles, we who are under His banner are not even exempt from certain negatives, but we are covered by His grace. And He do make ways of escape. So imagine you are not under His umbrella, but yet you are trying to walk in a precept that is instituted by Him. You are going to get the full length of the challenges that goes with it, and you're further exposed because you're not truly under the banner of the protection of Christ's principles and laws. So my heart goes out. I know that we have all at some point sinned and come short, but there are certain lines that must not be crossed. Based upon principle and proper morals, there are certain lines that must not be crossed. And especially when you decide to be a married man or a married woman, if it's a thing where you have, God forbid, and you have certain fetishes, you have to find a way to get over it and leave it, or else you're not ready for marriage. You have to get over it. Because the truth is, if you bring it into the marriage and your partner wants to do the right and not to be a facilitator, if you don't get over it, you're going to seek feet elsewhere. And if you seek feet elsewhere, the enemy is just going to watch you until him say, all right, get you now. And he's waiting for you to be at your highest peak and your biggest audience. And I mean, look at where you guys are. Look at where you guys are. But don't be discouraged. Continue pressing. I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but we are still praying for your family regardless of whatever. That at the end of the day, the Lord will help you guys through it, because this social media thing is a beast. It is a beast. It is a beast, but I believe that if you play the game as you should, in terms of don't forget your grown rules, don't forget where you're coming from, don't forget what you are. Don't be so common. Right. Then you can be on social media and live well, make your money if you make, and then be inspiring to others, because there's so many persons you have inspired. You have to listen to the circle. You mentioned that too. Yeah, but it's not that people don't get it. It's like the bigger they get, is the more people they want to keep. But even some of the people are fox. But then with the last incident, I think that they have I thought that would have been the case. But I think, you know what? It's cumbersome and it's a lot. But all we have said though,
please protect the children. I know Crissy has not responded as far as we know.
She's digesting
right.
it.
So and that's the right thing to do, Crissy. Just take a space out of it. I know your mind is going 1,000 now. Like, yo, what go on? Where this come from? And I think she was blindsided. But the truth of the matter is, God will give you the grace with us. Hold it together.
To deal with it.
Wait to see what is what. And I heard that you got a $7,500 worth of bail. But you gotta hold it together. Let the law take its course. If he's found guilty, then it's another conversation. But for now, just keep yourself until you feel the strength to make a public declaration. There's no pressure on you.
And cut out the noise again.
No pressure on you. You keep your children out of the camera space. When you feel like you want to make a comment, you can comment. Other than that, you're under no pressure to come and talk to nobody. What you're gonna find, which is happening now, people turn reporter, turn lawyer, turn judge, turn jury, and
they're
everything.
like a yeast infection. Like a yeast infection.
Makes you so
if you want to know how much
it's
people, if you want to know how much people like they're like an infection. Wait until something parasite, beautiful. Wait until something negative happens. Yeah, but no, yeah, true. Yeah, it's a
vultures just on it.
Guys, when I saw it today, I said, no man. So I make sure contact my husband now and say, babe, this is something all over social media happening to Semar. Is this true? Because he will know most of the time more than me if the things are true or if it's
do my investigation.
doing investigation. So we're never quick to believe.
Yeah. And so late we are posted.
Yeah, because we really wanted to see if it was really arrested, if it was just somebody trying to create havoc. You know, but
we pray that if it is so, bro, you have to face the music. If it is not, I don't know how the God will help you to reconcile this, because she has been through a lot and she stood by your side, brother. She stood by your side, bro. You don't know you gotta work it out. I don't know, we just pray that God help in this. That's all we can do.
May I pray to God say it turned out that I don't know. You don't know. May I pray it's not true.
I think that's what you're praying for. Let's leave it at that.
I'm really praying
because we are root for them. We're honest, I root for them. And if you check our last 2 videos, guys, you will see we really root for them. However, all we have to still just make sure you keep the kids out of the camera, keep them off of the media, because if it is, I don't know where he was arrested, but I can imagine the trauma if he was arrested at his house, in front of the kids, in front of his wife. And then what I got to understand is that when police come in and them are gonna search up, them are gonna check whatever, probably take away him laptop. I don't know if they do it, but they probably take as much as them can find to start to find the history of where I come from. This they're gonna strip you down to the bare underwear, bro, just to make sure, okay, this case is airtight. But imagine the trauma that they would have had to see their father being handcuffed and hauled into.
I pray to God that wasn't the case.
I hope that wasn't the case. And the fact that you I don't know if you actually got the bail, but I know the bail amount was $7,500. So if you got the bail, you must, whatever the case may be. However, bro, we're just hoping for the best.
I'm praying it's not true, but if it's not true, good always overcome evil. Good always overcome evil. God forbid, and it is true, then Semar, you have to make a drastic change.
Serious change.
A matter of fact, I would encourage you to find the Lord.
And not just find find church.
Not find church. Have a relationship Christ. With the Lord.
Because bro, all of we are human being, and everybody will have the same temptation and the same trial. However, when you can identify that this is an issue, and it can, and as a man, we ever think, how will it affect my wife, affect the family, affect my status in society, being especially as a social media.
That's why I don't believe it's true. I'm hoping, because I remember this man. It's more than one case. Not trying to prove, not trying to be
But you say you don't believe it's true. There's a strong statement.
Yeah, because there is this case that came back to me. This man, he came on American Idol and audition, and everybody gave him stand up ovation, and people are crying. He went away to prison for more than half of his life. for raping a white lady. And many over how much years after he was found innocent.
Because the DNA evidence showed that he wasn't.
Just because years. But look how much years when after the man life gone. But God will not have it to be so. He was, after all that years where everybody dead, people are dead and gone and believe same did guilty. It is being proven the DNA test that he was innocent. So based upon that situation, I try to tell myself to be objective and to say every man is innocent until proven guilty.
I can live with that. I can live with that.
Guilty.
It's in the court. Let it run its course, and whatever happens, happens. Yeah. But overall, it is going to be a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
To get back to normalcy, bro. Because this is deep.
You know, I just wish that certain things, certain lessons was learned
from the first
from the last time.
Yeah.
We don't know if that was the first,
right?
But that's what the world run with, and you know.
So that is just our encouragement.
With heavy heart, I'm here today.
You know, it has been a rough day. I mean, when you look at all over social media, it like trending. Because a lot of people you see come to realize about the social media, they do not care how they get viral even at other people's expense. Yeah, well, that's a fact.
And sometimes until it hit their doorstep, then they will understand and they will know. But they can't afford to lose their soul in this social media thing.
But our heart goes out for you guys, and we hope, we wish the best. That's all we can say. But our main reason for coming on tonight is just to say, keep the children out of it, please. All our watch chat, leave the children out of it.
Leave the children.
Crissy, keep the children out of it. Let everything be done from the adult section. Deal with whatever, and hope for the best. But please protect the children. They don't need to be dragged.
And let the law take its course. Every man is innocent and proven guilty.
Right.
Stop tearing the people.
I mean, I don't think those who are watching, who are social media influencers and chatters, hopefully them see it from our standpoint. If they don't, so be it. But at least we are saying, keep the kids out of it, let the law take its course, and everything will work out as it should. All right. So this was an emergency and an emergency video. We had to do it because we really rooting for the people and we wishing them all the best. All right. So check out our other videos. Drop a like on the video. Leave your comment, and we pray for them. We honestly do pray that things go it's supposed to go. That's all we can say. All right.
Pray that the Lord bring you on.
So until our next live, until our next video, we still believe that life is worth living, and so live it through Christ and
have fun at the same time.
Have some fun at the same time. God bless. See you in the next one.
Is yet